new art. Rob way.
This week we'll take a look at my process of not only how I work, but what I'm doing while I'm working. For the Harley Race piece, it was a pretty simplistic piece altogether, so I had to plan everything out really appropriately because it's taking such a minimalist approach with it. You can see on my desktop there I've got the reference that I'm working from on the left, and while I'm working I like to have some noise going, so I've got a Breaking Bad marathon going on the right. Don't really watch that much while I'm working, just listen to it, so I'll pick a show that has good dialogue on it. So on the piece, got the red down first and a little splotch of red around the eyes to kind of create a violent look with it. Then I laid down a layer of light gray, coming in with a little bit darker gray now to define the features a little bit more while it's coming in. I also put a little bit into the red in the background to keep it from being overly simplistic. Want to balance those things out. All this part here has been done with watercolor so far, and now coming in a little bit darker. What I'm using is some ink wash. I had a bottle of ink that I'd used up. Instead of just tossing the bottle out, I filled that up with water, and bam, instant ink wash. And then you're able to keep it at the same consistency throughout, which is pretty nice. The legendary cartoonist Will Eisner, who inspired me for that, he called it working with dirty water. Now coming in with the ink to finish everything up and make it more cohesive. Again, with ink, while you're working with it, you want to work left to right, top to bottom, so that your hand doesn't drag through the ink. Of course, normally I'll have ink all over my hands, so I don't follow my own directions very well. My wife can attest to how well I do with following any kind of directions. So now defining the belt. Funny thing about me, I'm a guy who is painting champions for a living. I can't stand doing belts. All the detail and everything on it just drives me batty. But also, I'm normally happy with how it turns out because it's something that I'm not overly comfortable with doing, so it pushes me to be better. And now, so you can see who did this. That's me, RS13. And here's the finished piece. Not bad.
Cool stuff. Buy stuff.
Time to pay the bills. This week's print is of Harley Race. There will only be 50 of these made, signed by me and by the 5-time legendary world champion Harley Race himself. All proceeds from this will go to the Gamble family. It's one of Harley's wrestlers that was injured in a car wreck, he and his wife both, and the proceeds from this will go to help them with their medical bills. Also, ProWrestlingTees.com/Rob Schamberger. Support the arts and look great at the same time. Thanks.
See you next time.